I suddenly realised that people were expecting more than sort of the usual jingles. And as I said before, Denton Designs were definitely thinking out of the box with their games and their game specs. And I tried to write music that was more sort of, let me call it, maybe not actually orchestral, but with in my head it was orchestral. And I tried my best to sort of make it into a form that you could put in the game and still keep some of the sort of feel. So basically I went for a different feel in music. And then later on, when I realised there were people out there who the competition was and what their music driver sounded like, I suddenly realised I should rewrite the music driver so it sounded a lot better. By this time I had a better idea of how the chip worked, so I rewrote my driver, and that was, again, I went up a gear. So every now and again during my career as a musician, every now and again I felt the need to sort of go up a gear. I was really inspired by a TV show called Terrorhawks, as the music was fabulous. Big bum 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 bum, big wishbone ash bum 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 bum. And I thought, that's the way to go. So obviously the first game I did for Denton's Design was 12/8, bum 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 bum. And it went down like a house on fire. It was very, very popular. It was the actual style that was more important. The fact that I started doing all this 12/8 stuff and that people liked it. I was trying to sort of think out the box and not write a pop tune. Not write, I was thinking I'm going to write something that sounds produced. Like if an orchestra was going to play with this, how would it open up? And it opened up with a big bang. The bass line would come in later on. So I started thinking more, how would an orchestra sort of play this? What would if I was writing for an orchestra, what would I do? And I tried to take some of those ideas and put them into the music as best I could. And also there was other stuff later on I thought was quite sort of, I thought, if only I could hear these strings going, doing crescendos. And I thought, if only I could get that sound on the computer, it would sound great. So there were quite a few tunes where I've actually sort of thought out how I would like it to sound if it was an orchestra, and occasionally it came off and occasionally it didn't. So, but that was the thinking I had when I started Denton's. I've got to start thinking out the box. I've got to start writing music that is actual music, not just jingles.